Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the South Plains Coaches Clinic in Lubbock, here with the head coach of the Amarillo Palo Duro Dons, Coach Chris Fisher. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes early on a Saturday morning to chat with us.
Oh, anytime for you, man. Appreciate everything that you do for our sport.
Well, I saw you tweeting out early this morning. You were on the road early. You had a little bit of a drive in, but this clinic being so close to home has got to be a nice little thing for you and your coaches to get out here and listen to a great speaker list.
Well, it's outstanding. It's not every day that you get Marcus Shavers from McKinney High and just all the great speakers that Coach Garfield's brought in. It's an awesome opportunity for us to learn and keep getting better. That's what the off season's for. You can't be content in where you are. You got to keep getting better, and this is a great opportunity to do that.
If you have any young coaches on your staff, do you have any advice for them when they come to clinics? What's one thing that you would tell them when they're coming to a clinic and listening to such a good speaker list?
For me, it's just about taking good notes and finding them afterwards. Sometimes you don't want to ask a bunch of questions, in the middle, but find them in the breakout sessions. Make sure you get their contact information. So if you're not clear on what he was talking about, all these coaches are so great about sharing information and making sure that you're good with what they're talking about. And so I just encourage them to make sure that they get that one-on-one time or get the email address so they can sit and correspond with these guys.
You got your napkin out to draw up any plays on defense, man. Rickland Holmes is over there. I'm sure you and him could draw up some plays a little later on.
Well, Coach Holmes and I have a little bit of a history. I was at Plano, and we played, some of his John Tyler teams there and had some great games. You won't get much better than Coach Holmes over there.
All right, now looking ahead to your ball club in 2020, first we'll talk about realignment, and I know it's very cool in Amarillo for the 4 AISD schools to be together. I'm expecting there'll be some big crowds at Bivens Stadium this year when those games are district games this year versus some of those being non-district games last year. Tough district again, right? The UIL doesn't do you guys any favors. They give you guys a tough district every year, and I guess the competition is going to be real hot and heavy in 2-5A Division I.
Well, and it just speaks to the level of football up here. The Lubbock schools, the Amarillo schools, we're all very close. We're all very competitive, and there are no weeks off, and that's what you get whenever you come up here and what you sign up for. So we're excited about it, though. We've always played Tascosa in a non-district situation, but to have it mean something is a big deal for our community, big deal for their community, and not having to travel to Abilene to play Cooper is a big deal, and so it allowed us to keep that 4th non-district game. So we're excited about that.
All right, now when you look at your ball club in 2020, I know you're trying to break through and get into the playoffs next year. What do you feel like your strengths coming back are, and what do you think your team really needs to work on this offseason to fill some holes left by graduation?
Well, I feel like the first thing we're going to have to do is find out who our quarterback is going to be. Obviously, losing Dondre Grade, a 3-year starter, is a big deal.
You didn't try to give him an extra year of eligibility?
Well, we'd like to. He's only 17, so we'd like to do that. But for us, it's keep growing that offensive line. We're going to have some depth there. We had some injuries this year that made a lot of young kids have to play, and so most of those guys are coming back. We graduated one, essentially, and so we're excited about that. Riley Brown, TJ Warren, Edgar Flores, some guys that played 10 games, and so we're excited about that. Defensively, Caleb Bernal coming back. He'll be a 3-year starter. Our secondary's back, led by Michael Wesley. He's going to be a junior next year. So we're excited that we've got some good pieces. The spring, we're going to have to really solidify that quarterback position and some other spots on the defense.
Coach, I should have asked you to bring me some donut stop from Amarillo down. I should have texted you this morning and asked you to bring some. For those not from Amarillo, tell everybody not from Amarillo how good donut stop is.
Well, let me tell you, the cherry cake donut could stop wars. I believe it could bring world peace. Donut Stop's delicious, man. Hot, and the flavors are always good. It's one of the great things about coming back to Amarillo is that that cherry cake. It calls me.
You got to get in the gym though. You can't eat too many of them, right?
Oh well, and you can look that the gym time hasn't been what it should be, but luckily we have one right around the corner from the high school, so it's good.
Coach, appreciate your time and good luck in 2020. And appreciate what you do for student athletes in Texas.
Well, we appreciate you, Matt, and TAP, and everything that Dave Campbell stands for, and we're just happy that you guys are out this way.